For a full week, we had the protests in Cairo and elsewhere in Egypt, the demands for President Mubarak to go. Obviously he didn't. Now what? Reporting for PM, live from Cairo, our Middle East correspondent Kevin Connolly.
In the Cairo Cotton Centre, an order of tangerine polo shirts for an American department store is almost ready. Things are getting back to normal, although of course no one's quite sure what's going to be normal in the new Egypt. This is the business end of globalization. It's one of the most important factories in a multi-billion-dollar export industry. Some of the stuff you buy from Calvin Klein, Marks & Spencer and Gap is made here. The boss, Magdi Tolba, sympathizes with the Tahrir Square protesters up to a point, but he's worried they're bringing more instability than freedom.
It costs billions of money, it will cost image, it will cost respect, because even my factory, I have 4,000 workers. If we consider that every one worker is feeding 3 or 4 at home, if this crisis is going to continue, and if I'm going to close down, more than 12,000 to 16,000 in the streets have no money. So this destruction, I think it's too big and too much than those young guys were estimating. And it's economy, it's industry, it's a future of a country, Somebody has to be realistic.
On the factory floor too, there are plenty of reminders that many Egyptians see this as a worrying time, not an exhilarating one. The factory was forced to close on the night the demonstration started, and Tariq Aid Ibrahim was one of a number of workers who turned out to defend it against the threat of looting. When they heard gunfire from the looters, they fired back into the night. Tariq, though, is still a Mubarak supporter, and he hopes the president will stay. Abia Samia Mohammed admits she was frightened when she first heard the news of the political uprising and then excited by the idea of change. But she doesn't want that change to go too far or too fast. It's uncertainty and instability that worry businessmen like Magdi Tolba too. He dares to ask the question, do the thousands of demonstrators on Tahrir Square have the right to dictate what happens to the lives of millions of ordinary Egyptians?
Not a single one in this country is not looking for more freedom, is not looking for more reforming, is not looking for better standard of living. Food prices, going up. Everybody has the right to demonstrate, but nobody has the right to destroy. Why 85 million Egyptians has to pay for the guys in the Tahrir Square? And how it comes that 500,000 or 1 million even, which I don't believe such figures, is going to take a decision for 85 million Egyptians, 85 million Egyptians now, they don't know what to do. We don't know what will happen tomorrow.
The Egyptian government this week will be doing what it can to create the impression it's presiding over a return to normality. But in truth, no one knows for sure where this country is going. They just know it's not going back to the old realities.